About It with Danny talk show podcast. I'm your host, Danny, and joining me today, I have special guests, the Gbor twins. How you guys feeling today?
Fantastic.
Awesome. So how did you guys end up here in LA chasing your dreams?
Brought my wife here for a surprise birthday party.
Wow.
And let's see, I brought her out here in May, and in July we moved.
Wow.
I fell in love with it that much.
You fell in love with it that much. What about yourself?
Well, I kind of followed suit like 5 years into it. I was married, but not currently to that person anymore.
Okay.
But, it was a chance for me to reconnect and come out. And, I was always here anyway, flying back and forth. So it made more sense to just move here.
And relocate.
Absolutely.
I thought you guys were going to say it was for your dreams or just something else. So that's really dope.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like my mom, she told me, she was like, God woke her up and just said, I want you to move to LA. She said, but don't put anyone first, no personal person, no job, no career, just put them first and watch them work.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
So your mom told you that she had a dream that both you boys would be here in Los Angeles.
Yes.
Wow, and where is your mom?
My mom is in Florida.
Your mom's in Florida.
Duval County, Jacksonville.
Duval.
Come on, Duval. You guys are identical twins, correct?
Yes.
All right, so growing up, tell us a little bit about what that was like.
It was pretty much, I was born with my best friend. So you can say like, we didn't necessarily have to have too many outside friends. It was always pretty much me and him.
We had one scenario when we were younger. He was playing football, and me and my mom was going to the football game, and I felt a sharp pain in my ankle. I'm like, what's going on? And got there, and the ambulance was like on the just on the field, like escorting him off of the field because he broke his ankle.
Oh wow, this is a real thing.
Absolutely, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it happens.
And were you okay?
I mean,
he broke his ankle.
Yeah, like 3 different places.
And you felt it in yours.
And I felt it, yeah.
You better stop it. That is amazing. That's wild. During that time, like growing up, did you guys have an idea that you would one day work together?
I mean, we always had a talent. The talent was there. We started off modeling first, but we discovered, I discovered mine early with singing. And from there, it's just like, he discovered his, like, like shortly down the line when it came to like playing the drums. So we just, he played for me while I sang, and we did competitions and stuff like that, and I won them, and we did it together. Talent shows, yeah. So when we turned 16, this guy, he was a producer, his name was Huey, and he felt like, he was like, I think you guys would be good as a duo. And at the time, he wanted to be a rapper because Wu-Tang Clan was his thing. So he rapped and I sang. So we wrote, and from there, I heard him singing. I'm like, oh, this is something. Let's do this together. So ever since then, that's what we did together.
So you guys entered the business at first as models. What was it that made you guys transition into music?
It was always music. The thing about it, we didn't discover R&B music, secular music, until we were like maybe 12 or 13. Like our first song was "Right Here" by SWV.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you a 360 story when it comes to that story or whatever. But that was our first time actually hearing R&B music, and I was like, oh no. That's it. Like, I love church music.
Yeah.
So you guys never played, like that was never played in your household?
No, because we grew up in a church household. Like my grandmother, she didn't play, like everything was the devil. Like, can't go to the movies, that's the devil. Like, you can't eat this because it's the devil. Like.
So what was your first movie? Now I'm like interested.
My first real like movie situation was Michael Jackson Thriller.
Yeah.
Like we were like, how old were we, like 5?
Yeah,
5 or
but
6.
That was just something.
I mean, but that was everything.
If that was my introduction,
right?
I would have been like, I'm peer pressured. I'm sorry, family.
But still, it was a stretch.
But I gotta get it.
Yeah, it was a huge
From
stretch.
5 to like 13, like that was our first music video that we saw. So it was like we were just. It was almost like your first, hit, and the dopamine comes with that. It's like, oh my God, this is where I need to be. So that's pretty much how we initially got into the music, and I just started cultivating my sound, producing. So, you know, it was back then it was like tapes, cassette tapes. I don't think people, could be before people's time, but you double cross the tapes to record, and that's pretty much what I did to actually make our first track. So I was bit by the bug, and that was it.
You have such an interesting sound. Like every track is different. How would you describe your sound?
It's universal. Yeah, it's universal.
Because you can't really put us in like a genre.
I really cannot. Like,
it's like
each track is so different, and I love that. Like, sometimes you listen to someone's album fully through or listen to their music, and it's like, I like you, but you sound like every track sounds the same.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about our upbringing too as well, like how we were raised. Like we were, we learned so much musically. Like first, we start off at, with gospel music, like Commission. I don't know if you know about them, but the Clark Sisters. Like we learned harmony through all of those people. So that was like our base. But once we figured out that it's something more than Christian art and gospel music, it just set us like a fire. And we wanted more. Yeah, it was lit. Like Phil Collins, like when I learned of Phil Collins, like that's my favorite artist, but one of my favorite artists. I learned, about his music. It wasn't R&B, but it was like more so pop music. And I wanted to, try that too as well. So it's like we have a mixture of things, in our music.
Not only is your music unique, but you guys are also very fashionable, and you have a unique sense of style that you're constantly changing up. How would you describe it?
Well, fashion is everything to me. Like it goes like my mom, like I said, she had us like modeling like as kids, and just to see her, my mom was a model too as well for like a while, and she did so many things with that. But she started making and designing her own clothes, and when I saw that, like I got bit by that bug, and I just went head on with that. And I also created our clothing, our garments, like when we performed too as well. I did all of that. So, and then I started styling. I just love fashion. Fashion is everything.
Fashion is
It's my passion.
Yeah, and it seems like it's very expressive too. So I love that.
Absolutely, yeah.
You guys also have a jewelry line.
We do.
So we have our own brand. So it's accessories. It's apparel. And it's just certain things that we actually like and say, you know what, maybe they'll like it too. So
and it's so funny because it starts with us, and it's like we just take things and just make it our own, and people see it and they just like, oh, I love it, and that's how Gbor brand was created, out of that. Just people liking it.
It sounds like you guys keep it authentically you. You
Absolutely.
know? Yeah. If you guys had to choose your Mount Rushmore, 5 artists, who would you guys put at your top 5?
I'll let you go first.
Stevie Wonder would be at my top 5.
Come on, Stevie.
Yeah, because he's a 100%er, and I know when I say that, people, he does it from the rooter to the tutor. So he writes, produce, perform, all of that. So
I couldn't agree more. Yeah.
So he's a one-stop shop.
I mean, who is your top 5 though? Like
so Stevie is my
did you just stop at Stevie? Because I'm not mad at that. Like
Yeah,
Stevie's goated.
Yeah, Stevie is the guy. Kanye West is the second guy. Then you throw a little Pharrell Williams in there. Stevie, Kanye, Pharrell. I don't know. You might have to skip me because I gotta think about it. You caught me off guard.
Okay, we're gonna come back over to twinning now.
You came to the right one now because I know my shit.
Okay, come on.
Well, I would have to say at the top, number 1 is definitely Stevie Wonder. That's what we grew up on, and that's how we learned a lot of like riffs and runs and stuff like from him. Second, I would have to say Kim Burrell. I don't know if you know her.
Do I know Kim?
Kim Burrell is everything to me.
She's everything to me. Okay.
Yeah, and I was introduced to her by my best friend Garen. He just gave me a CD and was like, I want you to watch her.
Oh my gosh. And, talking about her, it just brings me chills.
Absolutely.
Some of her music has really got me through.
Yeah, she's everything. Yeah. I love Kim. Then we would have to say Phil Collins. He's my third. That's why I learned like a mixed genre from Phil. then I would have to say, I love Michael Jackson. Like as an artist, like he was well-rounded, and he just taught me a lot about being an artist. I would have to say Whitney Houston.
Come on,
Whitney Houston is like the vocal. She is the voice.
Yeah, she is. I mean, I don't think we'll ever get like for a voice.
She's a voice.
Never another Whitney. Like
Absolutely.
what she did with it was just incredible.
Yeah, she is everything. And this may be a little bit different. I would say two, because I feel like they're twins. Judy Garland, and I would have to say Barbara Streisand. Like I don't know if you guys know who she is, but you need to research her. Both Judy Garland and Barbara Streisand, they are everything. They're everything.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Okay.
So Stevie Wonder, Kanye, Pharrell. I have this new artist by the name of Rema. He's an Afrobeat artist, and if y'all don't know who he is, man, that little kid's about to like really destroy something, because he's he's a genre bending, and I can see a little Michael Jackson in his kid, because he's so determined, and you can see every project he makes, he metamorphs into something totally different. Like he's trying to not put himself in a box when it comes to Afrobeat. But and I don't know how I forgot this, and Jay-Z.
Come on, Jigga Man.
You saw you smile when you said that.
Yeah,
Jay-Z,
they are great.
The
Everyone you said was great, and I think what I love most about these people is they're all them. Like they're one of one. I don't want to pry into you guys' business, but there are some distinguishing differences here. So you just got married, you have a husband, and you're married, you have a wife. So talk a little bit about that, because we live in a different age.
Absolutely.
Yes, age and time.
So she want to snoop.
Yeah, I'm trying to snoop. Let's get
let the
to
games
it.
begin. You want to get it started?
Let's talk about this new man, and how's your journey been as a gay man in society?
Let's do tell.
I mean, the journey started like 12 years ago. It started with me being engaged to a woman and moving to Atlanta, and I knew something was different about me because of what I experienced in life, but I didn't quite understand what it was, so I had to go on the journey for myself. So I broke it off with her, and I was just on the journey for a year. I didn't date anyone.
Was that the reason why you broke it off with her?
Well, I knew who I was, but I didn't know who I was. So I had to figure it out. So I went on the journey, and being in religion, people deem that as a sin. That's like one of the biggest sins in the world if you gay. So that was something that I battled with my whole entire life, but I never wanted to address it until then, because I knew God had something better for me. He had a task for me to do. So when I went on a journey, didn't date anyone for like a year, and Mr. Snooper was trying to figure out what was going on, because I wasn't dating women. Who I am,
Here's the thing. Like, he showed me that you can actually be gay, but you don't necessarily have to be the stereotypical gay. Because first, like when you think gay, a gay man, let's be frank. Can I? Makeup and nails, and they're using putting S's on words that don't necessarily need to be.
Yeah.
So he literally like showed me there's another way of being gay. Like you can be gay, but you can still be a masculine man.
I mean, I get it. I get it all the time. I get hit on by more women than men. So I mean, I still like both. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm married to a man.
Yeah.
But
and how has marriage life been for both of you guys? I'll start.
I mean, it's amazing. Like it's been amazing. Like this, to be honest with you, I manifested this person. Like I moved to LA, off of a divorce. This is my second marriage. I manifested this guy, man.